Good morning, class. In the previous class, we have read about the physical properties of amines, right? I hope you have understood that part. In case of any query, you can always get back to me. And in this video, I'm going to explain you about the chemical reactions of amines. We know that amines have a lone pair of electron on nitrogen, because of which they act as Lewis bases. They act as nucleophiles with which they can attack on the electron deficient carbon, and they can undergo varied types of reactions. Okay, so the first reaction that I am going to discuss is the alkylation reactions. The process of introducing an alkyl group into a molecule is known as alkylation, right? Now, all three class of amines undergo alkylation through nucleophilic substitution reactions on alkyl halides. See here, alkyl halides. The alkyl halide that has been shown here is C2H5Br, that is ethyl bromide. Now the carbon to which this Br is attached will be a little bit electron deficient, that is deficient carbon, because it will have a delta positive charge since the Br is electronegative in nature. So this carbon can be attacked by a nucleophile, that is C2H5NH2, that is ethylamine. Okay, so this way alkyl group will be introduced, or alkyl group will be added to the amine, and this process is known as alkylation, right? Thus here a primary amine can be converted into secondary and tertiary amines, and finally into quaternary salts. Okay, for example, when treated with excess of ethyl bromide, ethyl amine undergoes alkylation to produce a mixture of diethylamine, triethylamine, tetraethyl ammonium chloride, ammonium bromide, that is quaternary bromine halide. Is it okay, children? Similar kind of reaction can be also undergone by the aromatic amines, right? You can see here, this is aniline, and when it reacts with the ethyl chloride, it undergoes the alkylation reaction, and finally it forms the triethyl anilinium bromide, right? So this is a simple alkylation reaction, but you need to practice it by writing it in your notebook. Now the next one is acylation reaction. Okay, the acylation reaction, the process of introducing an acyl group. What is an acyl group? RC double bond O group into a molecule is known as acylation. Now here the aliphatic, aromatic, primary and secondary amines react with acid chlorides. Acid chloride you already know, that is RCOCl. Anhydrides. Anhydrides are formed by the removal of water molecules when two acids condense with each other. And esters, we all know esters, that is RCOOR, by nucleophilic substitution reaction. Again, nucleophilic substitution reaction क्यों? Because amines carry a lone pair of electron on them, which because of which it acts as a nucleophile. This reaction is known as acylation reaction, and here you can see that there is a replacement of hydrogen of NH2 or NH group. Okay, you can see here the one of the hydrogen has been replaced. Okay, and the product obtained by acylation is known as amides. You can see here in this reaction a base has been used which removes the HCl as soon as it is formed, in order to shift the reaction towards the right hand side, right? Now you can see by the arrow, the ethanamine is there, which attacks on the ethanoyl chloride, right? So here the nitrogen, the electron pair on nitrogen attacks the carbon, which is a little bit electron deficient because of the presence of the oxygen, which is electronegative, and it pulls the electron density towards itself. Now nitrogen acquires a positive charge. In order to get rid of this charge, the hydrogen in the form of H positive is lost. And similarly, when oxygen forms the pi bond, in order to form C double bond O, Cl is lost, and thereby HCl has been formed as a byproduct, which is removed with the help of a base, right? So children, try writing this mechanism. We have done these type of mechanism, these type of reactions a lot many times in the previous lectures, right? Now the next one, See this. The reaction of compounds containing active hydrogens such as alcohols, phenols, amines with benzoyl chloride. It means if you are reacting the benzoyl chlorides with these compounds, naturally when you are taking amine, you will be getting a amide. Okay, so this reaction is which happens in the presence of aqueous NaOH is known as Schotten-Baumann reaction, right? Now let us do some reactions and simultaneously see how can we distinguish them. That distinguish them means the amines, that is primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Okay, or we will learn to distinguish the aliphatic and the aromatic amines, right? So the first reaction that we have done in the chapter number 1 also, because here we are using the chloroform. Why we have read this chloroform in chapter number 1? Because it is a halide. Okay, so this is trichloromethane, right? So we have read this reaction in chapter number 1 as well, but we are repeating it here once again. And I would like to emphasize on the point that aromatic and aliphatic primary amines give this tests. ठीक है, मतलब सेकेंडरी और टर्शरी अमीन्स ये टेस्ट नहीं देंगे. Okay, so please mark my words that only primary and aliphatic aromatic amines will give the test, means the amine should be primary in nature, right? Now what happens in this test is aliphatic and aromatic primary amines on heated with chloroform and ethanolic solution of KOH forms a offensive smelling compound which is isocyanide. It is also known as carbylamines, right? This is a test for primary amines, right? Now we shall be moving towards distinction between primary aromatic and primary aliphatic amines, राइट? प्राइमरी एरोमेटिक, प्राइमरी एलिफैटिक. पिछले वाले में हमने सिर्फ प्राइमरी को टर्शरी और सेकेंडरी से डिस्टिंग्विश किया था, वहाँ पे एरोमेटिक और एलिफैटिक का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं था, बट यहाँ पे हम एरोमेटिक और एलिफैटिक दोनों को हम डिस्टिंग्विश कर पा रहे हैं. ठीक है. Now see, primary aliphatic amines when react with nitrous acid. You have read about the benzene formation of benzene diazonium chloride, that is diazotization reaction. Okay, so this is the same diazotization reaction, but when you'll take the amine as a aliphatic amine and you will react it with nitrous acid, and and the temperature is around 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, then the diazonium salt that you will get will not be stable, because it is not resonance stabilized in case of aliphatic amines, right? So it will undergo decomposition and it will evolve nitrogen gas which will be visible, right? But if you'll take a aromatic amine, there will be no decomposition of the benzene diazonium salt, as it is very stable and it has a resonance stabilization. That is why no nitrogen gas will be liberated. So this test can be used to distinguish between primary and aliphatic, primary aromatic and primary aliphatic amines, right? Now how would you distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary amines? Okay, so here we use Hinsberg reagent. What is Hinsberg reagent? It is benzene sulfonyl chloride. Benzene sulfonyl chloride. Now this is the structure of benzene sulfonyl chloride. There is a benzene ring, sulfur, two bonds with oxygen, and one chlorine is attached, Cl is attached, right? Now here it is reacting with a primary amine. So what will happen? The HCl will be removed, right? And this, because of the presence of the hydrogen which is attached to nitrogen, it will be soluble in the alkali, right? The hydrogen attached to nitrogen is strongly acidic. Why it is acidic? Because of the presence of strong electron withdrawing sulfonyl group. Therefore it is soluble in alkali. So if you dissolve this compound in alkali, it will get dissolved. ठीक है. Now the secondary amine. Secondary amine में HCl remove हो जाएगा and the compound after the reaction will be NN diethyl benzene sulfonamide, right? Now this does not contain any acidic hydrogen, so it will not be dissolving in the alkali. But tertiaries में क्या होगा? Tertiary amine अगर मैं लेती हूँ तो उसमें कोई हाइड्रोजन ही नहीं है, Okay, it means 3 R groups will be there, so it will not react with benzene, with the benzene sulfonyl chloride. So this is the method of distinction between the primary, secondary and tertiary amines. In case of primary, the product form will be soluble in alkali. In case of secondary, the product formed will not be soluble in the alkali, and in case of tertiary, the product will not be formed, means no reaction will take place. Okay. Now children, let us come to the electrophilic substitution reactions of amine. Electrophilic substitution reaction means an electrophile will come and attack the benzene ring where the electron density is more. Now you can see here I have there is a picture of the conjugation which has been shown here. The lone pair of electrons of on nitrogen is having a in conjugation with the benzene ring, so the negative charge is at ortho and para position, right? So here the electrophile, the incoming electrophile will only attack at the ortho and para positions because of the large electron density here. Okay, now see, in case of bromination, when you do bromination with aqueous bromine, then all the ortho and para positions will be substituted, and brominium ion is the electrophile here, so it will attack and place itself at ortho and para position, and 2,4,6 tribromaniline will be formed. Okay, now children, what if we want a mono substituted product? मोनो सब्स्टिट्यूटेड मीन्स मुझे सिर्फ एक बी आर चाहिए ऑर्थो पे या पैरा पे, मुझे ये तीनों एक साथ नहीं चाहिए. उस केस में हम क्या करेंगे? उस केस में हमें NH2 जो हमारा अमीन है इसकी रिएक्टिविटी को हमें, क्योंकि इट इज़ एक्चुअली डोनेटिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, सो देयर विल बी लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी ऑन ऑर्थो एंड पैरा पोजिशन, दैट इज़ वाई दिस ट्राई प्रोडक्ट इज फॉर्म, ट्राई ब्रोमो प्रोडक्ट इज फॉर्म. बट what if we protect the NH2 group by acetylation with acetic anhydride? Okay, now what we are doing here, see this kind of reaction we have done in the previous part of the chapter. What we are doing, and this is very important, okay, you need to remember it in a proper way. So this is aniline plus acetic anhydride, and we have added some pyridine here, right? Pyridine, why? Because acetic acid will be formed and it can be easily neutralized, and the reaction will be in the forward direction only, that's why. Okay, so here what will happen, you see the nitrogen's lone pair will attack at the carbon which is attached to oxygen, because it will be electron deficient carbon, so it will form a amide, right, and phenyl ethanamide. Okay, now if you will react this particular product with bromine and acetic acid, then what will happen, then Br will get Br positive, that is brominium ion will get itself attached at ortho and para position, that is at two different products will be formed, and the para one will be the major one, right? Now here the reactivity has been suppressed. Why? You see here I have drawn the resonating structure of this, that is lone pair of electron on nitrogen is getting involved in forming a bond with carbon, and the oxygen is pulling the pi electron towards itself. That is how it is in resonance. That is why this kind of acetylation actually helps in decreasing or protecting the NH2 group. Okay, so that is why its reactivity is a little bit decreased, so we get only a mono substituted product. Okay, and here what happens, the lone pair of electrons on nitrogen is less available for donation to benzene ring by resonance. Okay, so that is why therefore activating effect of NHCOCH3 group is less than that of amino group. Why its activating effect is lesser? Because the lone pair of electrons are now involved in resonance as shown here. Okay, so I hope this part is clear, and this is a very very important topic, that how would you get a mono substituted product from aniline. Okay, so what you will do, you will do the acetylation with acetic anhydride, that is how you will protect the NH2 group, right? And later on after hydrolysis you will get back the amine, right? Now next is nitration. You know children, nitration can be done with the help of nitrating mixture. We have done it many times previously, right? So here we have used concentrated HNO3 and H2SO4. Okay, but you know that the negative electron density is only at ortho and para positions, right? Then why we are having this meta product? 47% meta product is also formed. Now beta, what happens when aniline is treated with an acid? It forms a another compound which is anilinium ion. Okay, this anilinium ion is NH3 positive along with the benzene ring, right? So this anilinium ion is actually meta directing because it is a electron pulling, it has an electron pulling effect, that is it pulls the electron density from the benzene ring. So it is a meta directing group. So that is why due to aniline the ortho and para products are formed, and due to anilinium ion the meta product is also formed, right? And what if we want to have a single product? Okay, then what we'll do, we will do the acetylation as we have discussed earlier. Okay, so here after acetylation you can see only the para product is formed, right? Now next is the sulfonation. Now aniline reacts with concentrated H2SO4 to form anilinium ion. Okay, and the anilinium hydrogen sulfate is formed, H2SO4, because it is an acid, aniline is a base, so it will form a salt, right? On heating, what will happen? The SO3H group, that is sulfonic acid group, will get attached to the para position, that is NH2 aniline along with the SO3H group. So this is known as sulfa-anilic acid, and this is used in making sulfa drugs. Okay, now this H can be can go to NH2, that is it will form NH3 positive, and SO3 negative will remain behind because this SO3 negative is resonance stabilized. That is why there is a transfer of H positive from here to NH2 group, right? So this is what is known as sulfonation reaction for aniline, right? Now why aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction? Okay, very important question. Aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction, that is alkylation or acetylation, because the aluminum chloride is a Lewis acid, right? So which is it is used as a catalyst here, and aniline is a base. So what happens due to this? The nitrogen of aniline acquires a positive charge and hence act as a strong deactivating group. Matlab it forms a salt. Okay, that is the aniline is a Lewis base, this is a Lewis acid, so they form a salt, and thus nitrogen acquires a positive charge. Okay, so that is why this reaction does not proceeds further. Okay, so children, in this module or in this video I have explained all about the chemical reactions of amines. In case you have any doubt, you can always ping me on my personal number, and I'll be providing you with some questions which are related to the topic that has been discussed in this module. Okay, that questions you have to do and post all those questions, the answers of those questions on my personal window. Okay children, till then, goodbye, and please keep in touch with me if you have any problem related to this, right?